For Wednesday, January 14th, 2015, your news brief on WhatsApp Caribbean, where we take a look at developments in the region. I am Deanza Roberts. In the headlines, Central Bank Governor Delisle Worrell and Barbados' current economic performance. Asia's richest man is eyeing empire in the Cayman Islands, and sustainable agriculture for Guadeloupe. And in sports, CONCACAF announces starting dates for 2018 World Cup qualifying. The details of these and other stories straight ahead. The news is coming to you from Caribfire Studios.
Turbo charge. Dirty life. Turbo charge. Boom. The fed start. The place mad. One flash of rum. Me head gone. Fall in the fed like raindrops. So when I lead, you follow me. Lord, as I reach the fed, I jump it up. Any girl I hold, I walk it on. Don't come and tell me the party done. Cause I come in here to play bass. Cause right now me, turbo, boom, charge. Right now me, turbo, charge. Right now me, turbo.
In the news, an estimated $181 million in savings has been realized from the consolidation efforts to date in Barbados. The disclosure from Central Bank Governor Delisle Worrell as he spoke on Barbados' current economic performance. The governor has raised hopes for Barbadians, saying that the country's economy is expected to grow by 2% in 2015.
An estimated $181 million, 2.1% of GDP, in savings has been realized from the consolidation efforts to date. Receipts from the consolidation tax, the municipal solid waste tax, and the asset tax were equivalent to $20 million, $39 million, and $14 million, respectively. Notable declines were registered in expenditure on wages and salaries, $53 million, and grants to public institutions, $55 million. The economy is poised to achieve growth of about 2% in 2050 because of tourism and construction activity and the spin-off effects to wholesale, retail, and business services sectors. The tourism industry is expected to benefit from increases of 9% and 20% in airlift from the US and Canada respectively during the winter season.
That was Central Bank Governor Dr. Delisle Worrell. Shares in companies owned by Hong Kong tycoon Lee Ka-shing sold Monday after he announced plans to restructure his massive empire and move it to the Cayman Islands. Property company Shewun Kong jumped nearly 15%, while investment holding firm Hutchinson Wapao climbed almost 13% in Hong Kong trading. Lee's restructuring plans were announced late on Friday. More in this report from Cayman 27.
The richest man in Asia is about to get a whole lot richer. That's because Lee Ka-shing has announced plans he's restructuring his company and moving it to Cayman. Mr. Lee's assets span numerous industries from property to utilities. His name, empire, and influence are well known to residents of Hong Kong. The new companies will be registered and traded in Hong Kong, but they'll both have their base here. According to Asian Rich List, the Huron report, the 86-year-old is worth an estimated $33 billion US. Today, shares in both his companies soared after details of the restructuring plans were revealed.
That report from Cayman 27. Guadeloupe's French Minister of Agriculture, Agri-Food and Forest, Stéphane Le Foll, wants to commit to an agroecological strategy for bananas and other productions in the Antilles and Guadeloupe. The minister says he thinks the country should grow bananas and other products, noting that this is part of a challenge to be competitive and sustainable. He believes in the Antilles and notably Guadeloupe that a banana of quality with an agroecological strategy will have a leading role in the Caribbean. Finally, in news, the Seismic Research Center, the SRC, of the University of the West Indies at St. Augustine is warning the region to move expeditiously towards building resilience amid predictions of the Caribbean being hit with an earthquake with a magnitude of 8 or larger. The SRC in a statement said, "We must develop, legislate and enforce building codes using up-to-date seismic hazard maps based on the latest available science. Preparedness measures at the individual levels are insufficient and greater efforts are needed to facilitate self-resilience." The SRC said the earthquake in Haiti should have been a wake-up call for a fundamental shift in regional mechanisms for coping with seismic hazards. That was a look at news. Up next, a look at sports. In sports, the start of the final round of World Cup qualifying in North and Central America and the Caribbean will be moved up by 3 months to November 2016. The hexagonal will start November 7th, running through to the 15th in 2016, and run through October 2nd to the 10th in 2017, CONCACAF said on Monday. Since the 1998 World Cup, the final round had begun in February or March of the year before the tournament, but CONCACAF had to make a change after FIFA eliminated international fixture dates for February and August in 2017. Just 6 months after the end of the 2014 World Cup, the first qualifying draw for the 2018 tournament will take place on Thursday when CONCACAF determines matchups for its opening 2 rounds. This year's Nagico Super 50 tournament opens this coming Thursday in Trinidad and Tobago. With 10 regional titles in this form of the game and runners-up in the tournament last year, Trinidad and Tobago's Red Force could be considered one of the favorites. The Red Force, fortified by the return of a number of senior players, will be looking to climb a step higher than in 2014. The Horse play alongside the Jamaica franchise, Leeward Islands Hurricanes and West Indies under-19s in Group B. Head coach Gus Logie, the former TNT captain and West Indies batsman, spoke with the WICB media about his side's chances.
Expectation is quite high from everyone. I think the players have been put through their paces over the last few weeks and months, and they're looking forward and eagerly anticipating the start of this competition. Playing at home, you feel you have an added advantage, but there's also a lot of expectations and possibly a bit more pressure as well, playing in front of your own home crowd and trying to satisfy the desires. So, we're looking forward. I think the addition of Dwayne Bravo and Kieran Pollard, gives us added advantage, and we're looking forward to capitalize on that.
That was head coach Gus Logie, the former TNT captain and West Indies batsman, bringing down the curtains on sports. Up next, a recap of your headlines.
Turbo charge. Dirty life. Turbo charge. Boom. The Fed start. The place mad. One flash of rum. My head gone. Fall in the Fed like raindrops. So when I lead, you follow me. Lord. As I reach the Fed, I jump it up. Any girl I hold, I walk it on. Don't come and tell me the party done, cause I come in here to play bass. Cause right now me, turbo, boom, charge. Right now me, turbo, charge. Right now me, turbo.
Recapping the top stories making news. Central Bank Governor Dr. Delisle Worrell and Barbados' current economic performance. Asia's richest man is eyeing empire in the Cayman Islands. And talk about sustainable agriculture for Guadeloupe. In sports, CONCACAF announces starting dates for 2018 World Cup qualifying. Remember, for the latest in news, sports and other developments in the region, log on to whatsappcaribbean.com, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This was a Carib Fire production. Until then, Deanza Roberts, thanks for joining us.